Antetokounmpo led the charge, 29 points, 10 rebounds on Boston's side. Kyrie Irving had an awful game, guys, going 4 for 18 from the field. And afterwards, he said, quote, "This is what I signed up for." Game 3, Friday night in Boston. Shannon, are you surprised by the Bucks' big win?
I'm surprised the margin of the win.
The margin.
I'm not surprised they won the game. Skip, they knew they couldn't go down 0-2. You go down 0-2, you're getting swept. You go into a team's building, now you got to somehow try to find a way, scratch and claw, to steal one of these games. Look, Giannis found a way. They had forted him off. They built the fort up around the rim the first game, and he wasn't able to break that fort down. What transpired in this game, they made 23s. You made 23s more times than not, you're going to win the game. And what happened, Middleton got hot from the three, Lopez hit some threes, and so when those guys were sloughing off, Giannis trying to go to the rim, they get the hand on the ball go all over the place, turnover. Now, he's like, okay, here's where you're coming from. Let me kick this thing to Middleton. Boom. Now, all of a sudden, you can't help on Giannis. You got to stay on Middleton. But, Skip, I've watched the Milwaukee Bucks a little bit this year. The guy that doesn't get enough credit, and normally when they win, he plays exceptional. And that's Eric Bledsoe. He had an awful game in game 1.
He won me a case of dew one Friday night here at Staples. He did. He did. He took the game over. On the day, he got his contract extension. Remember that?
Why you got to bring up old news?
Well, it was good news.
I did not see this coming, Skip. A 28-2 run, 24-2, something like that run. The end of the third, start of the fourth quarter, they blew the game wide open. So I'm not surprised that they won. I'm surprised at the margin of victory in which they used. And if you could tell me they're going to get 29 from Giannis, they're going to get 28 from Middleton, 21 from Bledsoe, I'm going to say they're going to win a lot of games because those big three guys are very, very important. And Giannis was unbelievable. He's finding a way. He hit a couple of threes. And if he could do that, Skip, because they're going to play off him. Because they know he can Euro step from half court and be at the rim dunking. So you don't want him to do that. But if these guys can hit threes around him and guys can't help off, can't help Horford, can't help Baines, Milwaukee can do what we think they can, and that's win this series.
So, to Jenny's question, I was stunned by what I saw last night. And I was extremely disappointed in what I saw or didn't see from the Boston Celtics. I said they would win this series. In fact, I proclaimed after game 1 that it was already over. Good. I still think Boston will win it in 6 games, which is what I thought originally.
Okay.
But last night horrified me because I'm going to remind everybody, with 1:14 left in the first half, Boston led this game 51-50. In the first quarter of this game, Mr. Giannis scored exactly no baskets. He didn't make a single field goal in the first quarter. And all of a sudden, the threes started to rain from the sky. And before I could sort of absorb what was happening, the Milwaukee Bucks had taken the most threes they've ever taken in a playoff game and made the most threes. They made 20 of 47 three-point shots, both playoff franchise records, 20 of 47. Well, I'm here to say, if they make 20 of 47 from here on, they're going to beat Boston. They're going to beat whoever else in the Eastern Conference Finals, and they're going to beat Golden State because that's unbeatable. And what astounded me... But they took the second most threes, though, Skip. People don't know that about Milwaukee. They attempted the second most threes. I got it. But this is like 47 is a lot of threes. And once they started falling, once Chris Middleton, who, by the way, did make the All-Star team, once he started making them and he made 7 of 10, then everybody, it was just contagious. And they fell from everywhere, from everybody. And the third quarter was shocking to me because Boston got blown off the map in the third quarter. It was 38-19. Milwaukee made 6 threes in the second quarter and 6 more in the third quarter. Well, that's just hard to deal with. It's hard to fight that off. But now to my man, Kyrie Irving. After I proclaimed him suddenly happy after game 1, I don't know what he was last night.
He had an off game.
Off game, 4 of 18.
Yes.
And then I love Rozier when he comes in because he's like a mini, sort of another kind of a Kyrie.
And then what happened to him?
Look at what they did. So Kyrie went 4 of 18. Rozier went 2 of 10. So that's 6 of 28 combined. That's
so Jason Tatum in there.
Jason Tatum is missing in action.
Oh, what?
What has happened to him? what happened to Mamba mentality? He looks more like a garden snake to me, doesn't he? Does he not look like a garden snake? Who is he?
Yeah.
What happened to that kid last year?
Didn't he go because that's what everybody does now. They go train with Kobe.
Yeah.
And Kobe said this. Kobe said I need to pick my left foot up first, then put the right one in front of the left one, and that's how I walk. That's what everybody, because Kobe, this jobber, he's just this oracle.
Okay.
What's going on?
Jason Tatum, is he still the linchpin in a potential
Oh,
Anthony
yeah.
Davis
Oh,
trade?
yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Who would you rather have? Would you rather have Jason Tatum or you rather have Brandon Ingram or Kyle Kuzma? Give me Jason Tatum. Oh, for real?
For real.
Okay.
So in the first 2 games of this series, he's a grand total of 4 of 17. Nice. He's 0 for 3 from the three-point line.
What? But here's the thing. He's the guy that's been most impacted by Kyrie's return.
I guess so.
Because a lot of those shots, Skip, he was the guy. They put the ball in his hand last year down the stretch a lot.
They did.
Now, he's not going to see the ball. Kyrie got the ball. Kyrie had an off game. Now, watch Kyrie come back. He'll come back next, I don't know when they play.
Friday. In Boston.
And he'll drop 25, 30 with about 7 assists. That's what Kyrie's capable of.
You better.
Well,
Kyrie, he gonna dance on him.
Yeah.
Give Bledsoe some credit now because he lit Bledsoe up the first game.
So it appeared to me in the third quarter that Boston finally just threw up its hands and said, okay, if you guys want this badly, we'll just see you in Boston.
But
right?
what you supposed to do?
And they just threw in the towel because they trailed by 31 points.
But Skip, what you supposed
31?
to do? With all those threes going in, what are you supposed to do?
I guess, but you know what? Good teams or great teams or potential championship teams, they don't usually lose. I know there have been aberration games. There was the Memorial Day Massacre,
I remember
Celtics, Lakers.
84.
But usually this doesn't happen. Usually it doesn't get to 31 points when in the first half, you late in the half, you were right there.
Right.
And it felt like Boston was kind of in charge the whole first half, to me.
But Skip, sometimes when a team start raining threes, you look at the guy turn around and look at the bench is like, what you want me to do? I mean, and that's what happened. Middleton is coming down on the break, going between his legs and pulling up.
He was.
Coach, what you want me to do with that?
And listen, this team, when it gets out running, because Boston, if you let them play half-court pack-it-in defense, they're pretty hard to score on.
Yes.
But if you start pushing it up the floor and take fast break threes that are wide open, all of a sudden the lane is going to clear out for one Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Right.
And what did he do in the third quarter? He had 15 and 6 rebounds.
Yeah.
For a lot of guys, 15 and 6 is like a good game, right?
Yes.
And he had that in the third quarter.
But that's the thing, because you can't put the fort around the basket when guys are making threes.
No, you can't.
So, and he knows, and he did give him credit, Skip. He didn't force it. Hey, I'm a kick. Guy started dropping, and the next thing you know, now all of a sudden I'm one-on-one with Al Horford. I'm one-on-one with Baines. I'm one-on-one with a Jaylen Brown.
Yep.
Okay, I'll take that matchup.
Boston did not kick back.
No. So but see, he got tired of y'all talking about Al Horford. Al Horford D'd him up.
Well, he did.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
He did. Take that with you, Al Horford.
Okay.
Sleep on that one.
I thought he D'd him up in the first quarter.
He did.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, guess what? Them threes started making it. And then he couldn't get any help. He said, well, hey, sleep on the plane and take that with you. You'll be dreaming about me.
So the shock to me was Boston just imposed its will in game one. And all of a sudden, Milwaukee didn't just win the momentum back. They just grabbed it and seized it and pulled it back, and they're going to take it with them to Boston.
Well, if I'm Boston, I feel very good. Yeah, I could choose to be greedy and say, hey, I wanted to be 0-2. But when you go on the road, Skip, the only thing that you can hope for is let me get a split. I get a split, and I get to come home for 2.
No, I got
Sleep in my bed, my crowd. And role players normally play better at home.
Well,
I like where I am if I'm Boston.
Okay. Well, we'll see how Boston handles the pressure, because the pressure just went back on Boston, because all of a sudden, if they don't win game 3, if Milwaukee continues to roll in game 3, then they're in trouble.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much can change in a
I know,
day.
just like, boom.
When yesterday we thought, oh, it's over, and then we see a team like that in Milwaukee.
Giannis.
All right, how unhappy is LeBron right now? What is going on with the Lakers front office? Something new every day.